Wayne County. You guys all have received what we sent out earlier. So we had deputies that responded to an incident here about 10:30 this morning. After that incident, during that incident, 3 of our deputies were shot by a suspect inside the house. Deputies were here serving an involuntary commitment order. Suspect was then barricaded inside the house for a long amount of time, and that incident is now over. The scene is clearing. SBI is handling the investigation at this point. Since we did have deputies that were shot, SBI is handling that. I will go ahead and confirm our deputies that were involved. Sergeant Matthew Fishman is in critical condition at this time. Deputy Alexander Torres is stable at this time. Corporal Andrew Cox is also stable at this time. Our update is there was a male suspect found inside the residence with an apparent fatal self-inflicted gunshot wound. And again, SBI is handling the investigation. We do not have an ID on the suspect yet, pending family notification. That's all I have. We do not have a lot of further details, but I'll be glad to take a few questions if I've got answers to them.
Are you able to talk about the mental state of the suspect? Because obviously they were coming to serve him with papers that involuntarily commit. So.
Yeah, that is not being released at this time. The investigation is still ongoing, but we should have more details after the investigation is complete.
Joe, can you give us a little bit more information about when the deputies actually approached the home? Were shots fired instantly? Did they knock on the door?
Yeah, so typical. I mean, anytime someone's being served like that, deputy's going to approach the door, and the gunfire was pretty instantaneous. And so we had 3 deputies on scene for that, and they all 3 were injured.
Were there any other people inside the home with the suspect?
No, there were not.
So do you have a timeline on when you may identify the suspect?
Yeah.
Name that's floating around out there right now.
So as soon as that notification is made, we'll be releasing that. We've got deputies out right now looking to make that notification, and as soon as we have it, I'll send it out.
I know you said that on these type of calls that it's normal, something that happens weekly, something that could happen daily. Is there a crisis intervention team that supports Wayne Sheriff's Office in these situations?
Yeah, of course, our deputies go through that crisis intervention training. That's something that's regular. But, as far as serving warrants, serving IVCs, things like that, this is a normal day for them. So, there was nothing out of the ordinary about today. It was just that this one went a way that we didn't want it to go. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with our deputies right now and our staff that have been through a whole lot today. I've got to also give a quick shout out for all of the agencies. The list is very long, but the agencies that helped us out today, because while our deputies and staff were here, there's still calls coming into the county. So we had a lot of help from outside agencies that were assisting us in the county today. A lot of state agencies were here as well, the Highway Patrol, a lot of our state agencies. So we have to thank them as well.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what happened throughout the day with the person inside the home communicating with law enforcement officers outside? Was there any communication throughout this process?
Yeah, so there was, I can't release much of that. We did have SWAT teams on scene that were attempting to make contact with the individual. And so, we had reason to believe that he was still inside at the time. That's why we were out here as long as we were. And then once we had information that suggested otherwise is when they decided to approach the home a little bit closer.
At what point did you guys know?
Yeah.
To make sure we get it correct.
Yeah.
As far as the suspect is concerned, that was a self-inflicted gunshot?
Yes.
And then was there anyone else in the house at all?
No, there was no one else in the house. I do want to just say it was an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Of course, it'll go to for an autopsy, but at this time it was self-inflicted.
So did you guys know that when they went to...
I don't have that information right now.
Who was the person that submitted for the paperwork to be involuntarily...
Can't say that at this time.
Is this suspect familiar with the Wayne County Sheriff's
I'm sorry?
Is this suspect familiar with the Wayne County Sheriff's Office?
No, there was nothing out of the ordinary about this call today. So.
So how many hours in total were they held up inside the house?
The original call was at 10:30 this morning. So I believe the incident was all clear just before 8 o'clock. So.
So at any point did you guys make contact with suspects inside the home? Did you guys call him on the phone? Family members brought out?
Attempts were made, and we still had reasonable suspicion that he was in there. And so that's why the standoff continued as long as it did.
Did he stay at this
Can't release any of that specifically, but they had reasonable suspicion that he was still in there.
And
So.
Joe, that search warrant was for the suspect,
Correct.
Yeah.
That's all I have. I will be sending out that identification as soon as we have it confirmed. If you guys have anything else, feel free to shoot me an email, shoot me a text. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks.